Hello and welcome to the Empowered Podcast. It is January 6th, 2021, which means this is the first Empowered Podcast episode of 2021. So let's get a yeah just for that. If you're watching the video of this, you'll notice that I happen to be on the couch. Normally, I record all of these episodes in my office. And today, I really wanted to be cuddled up next to my sweet Dixie Green. And I wanted to come to you from, to be honest, a little bit more of an authentic place of where I spend most of my time. Whenever I have coaching calls, whenever I am doing some marketing for my business, whenever I can, basically, I'm cuddled up on the couch with my puppy dog, cuddled up beside me because this is my coziest place. This is where I love to be. So I wanted to speak to you from here today because I'm going to be sharing with you some aspects, some pieces of who I am and what I've learned of myself in this last year and what's moving forward into 2021, what I'm going to be bringing forward. I'm going to start by sharing with you why I'm doing a really intensive 30-day cleanse right now. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen some of my stories talking about this. And I wanted to give some insight as to why I'm doing this, the behind the scenes of what's going on, just to perhaps shift some of your perspective of what a cleanse can be for you. I also want to tell you about a masterclass I'm going to be hosting next week, which will be Friday, January 15th, depending on when you're listening to this. So I'm going to share a little bit about that with you as well. And there was something else that I really wanted to connect into, and I don't remember what it is. So that means we're just going to let this be fully intuitively guided and go from there. So with this cleanse that I've been doing, I'm going to dive into that in just a second, but I want to start by telling you about this masterclass that I'm teaching next week. Now, I've decided to charge for this masterclass. I'm charging $15, so still super accessible. A lot of what I've done in the past has been free, but for some reason, this one felt guided that there needs to be a monetary exchange because I want those of you who attend to be on board with the information and the experience that you're going to receive. So to get it started, let me tell you what the title is because I think that will make a little bit more sense. This is called The Energetics of True Harmonious Leadership. That's what this masterclass is all about. And it came to me a few weeks ago when I realized humanity needs us all to step up in our leadership. I used to think that maybe we all need to start businesses. Maybe we all need to learn how to use our healing gifts. But what it truly comes down to is each of us understanding what our natural sense of leadership is. And this can be leadership in a business, leadership in a household, leadership at your work, leadership in a community, leadership in the way you act with your social network, leadership with the way you spend time on social media. And it's not just leadership in the way that you've seen it before. I'm talking true, authentic, heart-centered, harmonious leadership. So in this masterclass, I'm going to be walking you through why this isn't the case all over the place. Why are so many people not using harmonious leadership techniques and instead using the old paradigm of the patriarchy and I know this, I teach you this, now you're my subordinate, you do what I say, you do what I do, I'm your boss, and I'll give you a nice bonus at the end to make you feel good. We're stepping away from that type of leadership, and I felt this fully in me for the past year, that there's about to be a big shift in the way that business is run online. And I still don't have a clear indication as to what that's going to be, but I can still feel it in me that it's coming and that the shift is happening. And what I'm starting to get pieces of it is it's about feminine leadership. It's about truthful leadership, harmonious leadership. And that when we step into the balance of our feminine and masculine energies, it allows us to lead from the heart. And when we're leading from the heart, it's sustainable for us to always continue to be in that leadership role, while at the same time, we have the ability to step back and realize that every other human being in our life is here to teach us something, is here to help us see what we cannot yet see. It's here to help reflect an aspect of who we are that we've been unwilling to work with or heal or experience in the past. It's that concept that there is no guru. You are your own guru, and everyone else in this entire world is a guru for you as well. So that's a taste of what we're going to be tapping into for this masterclass. It's going to be on January 15th, which is a Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific until 11:30. It will be hosted on a private Zoom link. So you do need to pre-register to get that Zoom link. I'll make sure that the link for that is in the show notes of this episode or this YouTube channel. Just go ahead and click that. You can register and come hang out with me and some other really amazing heart-centered leaders and healers and those ready to step up in the rise for 2021. Now, coming into 2021, I made the decision to participate in a fairly intensive lifestyle cleanse. It's actually called the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation, which is super fun. And I've done many cleanses in the past. If you don't know my history, I'm certified as a holistic health coach. I've done my studies. I've done all of that work around body. And I've actually needed to heal my body in a lot of different ways because I am a highly sensitive person. I feel things very deeply. I'm very sensitive to the foods that I consume, very sensitive to the environments that I'm in. And so cleanses are definitely not something foreign to me. However, I noticed that because of my, I don't even know what to call it right now, but because I had the belief system that I was so entrenched in the previous diet culture, when I hear the word cleanse, I think of weight loss and I think of getting skinny and I think of cutting out food and I think of releasing that which I no longer need, primarily weight and maybe choices I've been making. And when I started feeling into this cleanse, this ultimate lifestyle transformation, when I started asking myself, why would I want this? The first thing that came to mind was I didn't want to lose weight. I don't feel that I have weight that I need to lose. I finally come to a place where I'm comfortable with my beautiful body and I don't need it to change. I love it. Of course, there's little tiny tweaks I'd make, but overall, I feel fantastic about my body. And so I remember thinking, do I really want to cleanse and lose weight? And then I started looking into the products that I'm using. So in this cleanse, there is a specific way of eating. So it's clean eating, no caffeine, no alcohol, no dairy, no gluten, no sugar, no meat, which is generally-ish how I eat on a regular basis. So we're eating that way, and then we're also adding in some really powerful supplements. So one of them is this incredible, really nutrient-dense green protein shake that throughout the month, sometimes we have it once a day, sometimes we have it 3 times a day. There's also these really amazing supplements to help cleanse the digestive tract. So pull all the gunk and crap out of it from eating, all the holiday things like we do, and eating non-organic veggies and produce and meats and all sorts of things like that, pulling all the crap out of your digestive system and releasing it from your body. Then there's also other supplements that are helping to build and maintain muscle while on the cleanse. There's this really amazing cherry drink that's really great for your digestion as well as helping you to sleep. So it's just everything wrapped up in one. And when I was looking at and considering this cleanse and asking myself, hey D, what's going on? Why are you thinking about this? Are you feeling shameful for the food that you ate over the holidays? Are you hoping to lose weight? Do you think that you need to change your habits? What's going on? And it definitely wasn't shameful at all. I've released that and I'm proud of myself for that. I definitely had some space to reassess my habits. I'd gotten into a habit of just sort of eating whatever I wanted because over the past 4 years, I did a lot of work to heal my digestive system, a lot of work. I ate very specifically for an extended period of time to heal the pain that I'd lived with for the entire rest of my life. And what I didn't realize was that that pain was creeping back up on me. I had been making choices that were leading my digestive system to going back into that challenged state when I have chronic pain, chronic fatigue, when my body is just not feeling at its optimal best. And this was hard for me to see because I still exercised every day. I had plenty of space and time in my everyday experience. I felt good for the most part. I was happy. I had energy, but I started to notice it in this simple and yet, like, this hurts my heart to even say this. My stomach becomes so sensitive to touch when it's in an inflamed state. And this is something that I dealt with my entire life until about, a couple of years ago when I really started getting serious about my health. And this came back recently. I noticed because my kitty cat, Stuart Cat, you can see him on Instagram if you don't know who I'm talking about. Stuart Cat came to lay on my stomach. And he's not a very big cat. I mean, I don't know how much he weighs, but it's not that much. He came to lay on my stomach. I was laying on my back and I immediately flung him off me because the pressure on my abdomen was so painful because my digestive system is inflamed. And I realized at that moment, whoa. So all the work I'd done previously to allow my physical body to be where I want it to be is no longer serving me. I've actually backtracked. Okay, cool. Now we're going to look at how we can reassess. So I knew that physically my body needed this cleanse, not to lose weight, not just to like get rid of everything I'd consumed over the holidays, but to get myself back on track with where my body wants to be and how it wants to feel. So my number one priority is to heal my digestive tract and to bring my abdomen, my whole general area down there, into peace and balance. Now, the other piece, which is as important, if not actually maybe more, so maybe this is my number one priority, is that this cleanse is designed, it is structurally designed to activate the aliveness of the cells in your body so that you can access a higher level of consciousness in your everyday life, which means meditations become more potent, sensitivities become higher so you can pick up on energetic frequencies so much more intensely. I knew that this would support me with my Reiki sessions for clients. I knew this would support me with my one-on-one clients and helping with that intuitive coaching to tap into their intuitive layer even more clearly. I knew that this would allow me to gain more sensitivity towards that which I'm here to do, towards who I am meant to be, the leader, the healer, the woman on a mission to help women awaken, to help the world and humanity awaken to the highest frequency, which is love. And I realized that the group of women that I would be doing this cleanse with are all on that exact same mission. And they all live local in my teeny tiny town. And that blew my mind. I'd been in this headspace for a little bit that, well, I mean, I've been here for a long time, but I was kind of letting myself get deep into, I'm all by myself. When you're a leader, sometimes it's lonely because, I'm running my empire, doing my thing, working with my coaching clients, and all of that's amazing. But I was just starting to feel a little bit isolated. And I mean, with what's going on in the world right now and the restrictions that are placed on us for social engagement, of course, that's a part of it too. But I was letting myself get a bit into this victim state where I'm alone and I'm feeling lonely. And I realized that as I came into this cleanse and started to surround myself more so with these women who are rising in their strength, who are rising in their power, who are actively focused on getting a higher level of consciousness awareness every single day, and are dedicated to spending 30 days changing their entire lifestyle, all the foods they consume, everything that's happening inside them for that purpose. I was like, oh, hey, yeah, this is where I want to be. This is the collective I want to spend my time with. These are the women that I want to wake up and see a message from that tells me, hey, you got this. You can do this. I believe in you. I love you. And so that's the primary reason that I chose this cleanse for myself and this time, is to access that higher level of consciousness. And right now I'm on day 6. In true transparency, the first 4.5 days sucked. The first 4.5 days, I was releasing my body's attachment to caffeine. That's Stuart Cat right now. He knows we were talking about him. I was releasing my body's attachment to caffeine, and my body was very attached. It was hard, you guys. It was so hard. But about halfway through the 5th day, I went, oh, I think I found my stride. I think I found that magnificence and that vitality within me that is not connected to the caffeine at all. And so here I am on day 6. And yes, I have a little bit of some tiredness and I'm still releasing. I'm only in the beginning of the cleanse, but I got to tell you, I feel good. It feels, Stuart, I'm just recording a podcast right now. Could you just give me a minute? Oh, the animals. This cleanse already has changed my life in so many ways. My meditations are far more potent. My coaching sessions have been incredible. This masterclass that I'm hosting next week on January 15th, which I already told you about, I will be in the actual cleanse phase where I'm not consuming very much food at all, but primarily just releasing from my body. And that gives us the highest potency of connection to a high frequency. So I know that the masterclass, I already know the content is powerful, but the energy that I'm going to be tapped into while hosting this is going to be otherworldly. And I cannot wait to share that with you. And I cannot wait to experience it within myself as well. And so that's why I'm doing this cleanse. That's why this is happening. And that's why I'm sharing it on Instagram, because I want to bring some awareness to the fact that we can nurture our bodies, our minds, and our souls from a place of wholeness and goodness, not because we need to fix anything. The diet culture wants you, basically all non-authentic marketing wants you to believe that you are not good enough unless you have this product. And I want you to know that you are good enough and you can still choose to be better. You can still choose to grow into who you desire to be without needing yourself now to not be okay. Now, I personally have been experiencing pain in my body, but please know that I am not beating myself up over that. I am not regretting the food choices I've made in the past. I instead am noticing, oh, okay, it's time for an adjustment. And that's that. There's no emotion attached to it. There's no guilt trip within myself. I'm not putting myself down and thinking that I need to fix something about me. Instead, I'm actively and happily seeking to experience more aliveness. And so far, that's what I've had. And that's what it will continue to be. So if you're curious about the cleanse, I invite you to join me on Instagram. I've created an Instagram highlight so that you can see all the stories throughout the days that I will be posting. So far, it's a lot of nature shots because I've been going for morning walks with Miss Dixie Green. But I'll be sharing more about how I've been feeling, what's going on, what I think of the products. I'm not promoting the products themselves yet. I might down the road, but I like to really test them and try them first before I fully bring them to you as my beautiful community. So I'll be doing some of that legwork for you per se. And know that when I promote a product, especially a health product, because my body is so sensitive, that what you get is going to be very high quality because I can't put any old crap in my body and be okay. It's not what my constitution is designed for. So that's one thing that I take a lot of pride in, that when I share a product with you, it's because I've done that research and I trust it and I believe it to be safe for other sensitive bodies as well. And if you're someone who doesn't experience a lot of sensitivity, then girl, yeah, get on it. Have some fun. Go try them and see what works best for you. And if you have not yet clicked on the link to register for the masterclass, I would love for you to join us. It's going to be amazing. Like I shared, I'm going to be operating at a high frequency, which means that the energy you'll feel, the content you'll receive, and the community that you will be surrounded with, that in itself is worth spending that hour and a half together. I can't wait to share it with you. And again, the link will be somewhere around wherever you're watching or listening to this. I don't know where. Find it somewhere. It'll be right nearby. Click on that. And then if you have any questions, send me a message. And from here, I just want you to know, I want you to know that I'm holding you in a lot of love. And that all of us can do the same. Hold each other in love. Hold each other in compassion, beautiful, peaceful connection. See yourself in others. And when you do so, it allows you to see someone in love. And when I see you, when I get your messages about the podcast episodes, when I see your comments in the YouTube video, when I receive from you that you've received from me, it allows me to have that moment of connection to your soul essence as you've been connecting with mine. And to me, that's everything. It's just so beautiful to have that heart-centered, truthful, authentic, real connection together. So thank you. Thank you for always sharing with me. It means so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing this episode with others. Truly, it makes such a difference in my life. And can't wait to see you on the masterclass and on my Insta stories as well. Mwah. I'll see you soon.